Heather, this facility is going to end up housing 54 violent sexual predators, and the men at Southeast New Start Transitional Housing think they deserve a second chance.
Donald Bell makes his living off violent sexual predators.
I don't make a lot of money, but I love what I do. I really do. I'm really hyped up on what I do.
A registered sex offender himself, he knows Florida law on the issue inside and out.
All right, down here it's going to be a little less light.
He's in the middle of renovating a new facility that can house up to 54 violent sexual predators on the north side of Jacksonville. The back patio overlooks a swing set in the yard next door.
There is no regulations to say that I can't have a place next to them.
The family moved out as soon as Bell's employer, Southeast Transitional Housing, bought the property. But for their purposes, it was perfect. Miles away from schools or daycares, Bell says he spent over a year looking for a property that would fit their needs.
Out of maybe 50 houses or 50 properties I look at, maybe one will pass the certain criteria for certain houses, for certain crimes. Predators being the hardest.
Bell says the need for housing for sexually violent predators is at an all-time high in Jacksonville. Besides, he says, where else would they go?
You can actually be a predator or a sexual offender and live in the woods, in a tent. All you have to do is have a rock or a tree that you are at one day a month.
This way, he says, at least people know where they are, know what to watch out for.
You have a box full of snakes that you can know where they're at. Then you turn around and you dump that box out. And that's the way the rules of the state go.
Prisons, jails, and the Civil Commitment Center for Sexually Violent Predators start giving recommendations to inmates on where they can move a year before their release. Bell says his company has grown popular with the Department of Corrections because he runs his houses strict.
I tell them when they come in, I've played all those games before. I know what you're going to tell me before you know what you're going to tell me.
Convicted in 1988 of sexual assault on a child, he says he knows how difficult it can be for some of these men to start their lives over.
This is my way of redeeming, I don't think that's the right word, making amends for what I've done in the past.
He wants his clients to make amends as well. Bell encourages each of them to carry a Bible.
I go to church almost every Sunday, and I take a couple of my clients with me when I go.
For $125 a week, the men get a new bed, hardwood floors, air conditioning, and heat. But they are expected to pull their own weight.
Neat. I require them to have all beds made before they leave in the mornings. If I walk into a room, somebody's going to get chewed.
Bell is on a first-name basis with most of their probation officers and knows their phone numbers by heart. He says he doesn't hesitate to violate a man on his probation and send him back to jail if he's out of line. If they want to make it on the outside, he says, they have to own up to their crime.
Denial is a very big part of this crime. No, I didn't do it. No, I couldn't do something like that.
And while he spends his days encouraging these men convicted of violent sexual crimes that they can change, they can stop hurting people, he's terrified that they won't.
I worry about it every day, every minute of every day.
And now sexually violent predators are the most likely group to offend, according to the Department of Children and Families. One of their most recent studies found up to 10% of those men do end up reoffending. Bell says he's doing everything he can to make sure that doesn't happen. Reporting live, Caitlin Ross, First Coast News.
Caitlin, thank you very much.